was in Washington, D.C. teaching the Word of God just a few weeks ago. I was talking with a man that works in the federal government. He was in a real high position with the Obamacare health care plan. And I asked him a question. I said, I've read in the Obamacare health care that by the March of this next year, we will all have to have a national ID card. He said they have changed that. They're not going to give you a national ID card anymore. They're going to give you a nanobot. You may not know what that is. Nanobots are tiny little robots that mankind can control from an outside source. The tests they have been doing on those things is they take a man in prison that's there for life with no chance of parole, and they inject him with these nanobots, a little tiny microscopic robot. And then he said they can take a man that's perfectly normal, and from a computer you can control this man and make him become a raging maniac. Or you can take a man that's a raging maniac and make him a sweet, nice person. He says that they can control you with these nanobots. Eventually this is going to come to the whole world. I don't know when it's coming to Norway. When they put these little things in you, they can control you. They can make you well with these things, or they can make you sick with these things. They can kill you with these things. Sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? But if I hadn't got this from a source in the head of the federal government, I would not have believed it. This man is in a very high position in Washington, D.C. I told him when he told me this, I said, nobody will take this thing. He said, they will knock the doors down to get this thing. I said, why? Why would a man or a woman desire to have this thing injected into them that can control their body? He said, because what they can do, they will promise you a healthy living with no sickness and no disease. You won't have to have health care. They will take care of you. I first told him, I said, I heard that they're going to put an RFID chip in the average American. An RFID chip is about the size of a grain of rice. I heard that's what they were going to put in our right hand or in our right head. He said they've decided against the RFID chip because it can be taken out. I said, so if they put the RFID chip in me, I will cut it out of myself. He said every human being in the United States of America will be forced to take this chip. I told him I will never take this chip. He said they'll put it in you anyway. I said then I will cut it out of myself. He said they thought about that. And that's why they're not going to use the RFID chip anymore.
That's why they're not going to use the RFID chip anymore.
There will be some people, and there will be Christians that will refuse to take the chip. So they're going to use these little nanobots. I told him, I said, if they put that in me, I will cut that out of me. He said, that's impossible. When they put the nanobot in you, it becomes a part of your DNA.
It becomes a part of your DNA.
And it cannot be taken out. They put those things in you with an injection needle. So I asked this friend of mine, if you go in and you take this nanobot, what's going to happen to you? He said, Thurman, I believe this is the mark of the beast.
This is the mark of the beast.
After talking with this man in Washington only a few weeks ago, it really excited me that the end of time is upon us.
I would just parenthetically say this. I did some videos for the Prophecy Club way back in the early 2000s. Honestly, I couldn't tell you which one they were in offhand because it's been almost 20 years, but where I talked about the fact that I was told when I was in Satanism and in the Illuminati, because I was a member of the Illuminati, first level, that the way they would bring in the mark of the beast, that was the plan, was through a vaccine. It wasn't going to be through some dumb microchip. It was going to be a vaccine. Now that was way back. I was told that in the late 70s. So that was like half a century ago. And that's why I do not want vaccines. I don't want my family to have vaccines. And why, it's obviously
that vaccinated people worldwide are products. They are now patented goods. According to U.S. law, which can be verified, people who have been vaccinated no longer qualify as humans, and therefore they can no longer be categorized as human beings. In essence, this means that those vaccinated are no longer subject to national or international law. Since 2013, all people vaccinated with genetically modified mRNAs are legally transhuman and legally identified as transhuman. Then they no longer enjoy any human or other rights of a state. This applies worldwide because GenPoint technology patents are under U.S. jurisdiction and law, where they were registered. So, yes, this exists, but it is yet another form of dividing all of us from each other. And I certainly address all people. I address the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. And we're all in this together. And our hope is that we can retain humanity in whatever way we can as this huge onslaught that we were not prepared for. We kept believing in the mainstream media, which convinced us that it was far in the future, when really it was being set up all around us. For the last 20 to 25 years, the geoengineering piece has been a huge part of this setup. And it's been going on, and we've all believed the mainstream media account that it's about weather, it's about climate change, it's about global warming, it's about carbons, and none of it was true. It is entirely about preparing for a transhumanist race.
Everybody's going to know that it is the mark, and they're going to have a choice. No, folks, the mark is a deception. The devil's not that stupid. You think 6 billion people or more are going to line up and take something that they know is going to doom their soul to hell? That there's going to be no more redeemable qualities? Do you think they're actually going to do that? And there's a lot of channels that are denying it. But that's the truth. The mark of the beast is a deception by Satan. It's using sorcery, pharmakia. Folks, there's not going to be someone come on live across the world and announce that he's the Antichrist, that he's the new world leader, and you got to bow down to him and take his mark or else. It's not going to happen like that. This is the great deception, the great falling away.
We are the last biological people ever. We are the last biological people ever. It's the end of humanity as we know it.
We're going to gradually become robots. We'll have millions of little computerized devices, nanobots, in our bloodstream. They'll go into the brain through the capillaries. So our thinking then will be a hybrid of our biological brains with this non-biological expansion. The reality is that we're going to gradually become primarily non-biological. We are effectively robots.
Hello everybody, this is Paul from Off Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is October the 12th, 2022. And the video you are about to watch is horrifying. This is horrifying, folks, that the people that have taken the shot, like this guy in a store, you're going to watch him all of a sudden just look around like he's seeing into another world. He's seeing something that's coming for him, and then he dies. And there are a few videos of this, but folks, the vaccine is the mark of the beast. The vaccine is the mark of the beast. And it's going to take the people to hell who've taken it, folks. I'm sorry, that's the facts. So I want to play this horrifying video that before these people die, they're looking around. There's something coming for them like them demons from the movie Ghost. Remember Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore in the movie Ghost? Right before that guy died, the demons came up from hell and dragged his soul to hell. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen to the people taking the mark. So let me go ahead and play this video. I am recording this on Adrian's phone, but that's the best I could do. But I wanted you to see this. So he's about to start seeing something. Watch him look around. He's going to look around, he's going to look up, and then he's just going to fall over dead. But there he goes. He's looking up, he's looking around. There's something after him, and then he drops to the ground and dies. This is very sad, folks, because I've warned people for 2 years. Here's another guy. They look around like they're seeing something coming for them. So this guy you're about to see right now, look at him. He's fighting them, folks. He's fighting them. They're coming for him. Look at him. He's fighting them, swatting at them. And then he dies. Folks, this is real. We are in a spiritual battle. The mark of the beast is here. The Antichrist is here. I don't know how much more proof I've got to give you, folks. I've been reporting on this for over 2 years. When Donald Trump released the vaccine in the year 2020 under Operation Warp Speed, I knew, folks, I knew this was the mark of the beast. And billions of people are going to end up in hell because they believed Anthony Fauci, they believe Bill Gates, they believe Joe Biden, they believe the world leaders, folks, but this is not a precursor. There is no precursor in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. There is no precursor. It's either the mark of the beast or it's not. And it is the mark of the beast. Watch this guy, folks. He just falls over dead. And this is happening all around the world. Sudden death adult syndrome, where normal, healthy people are just dropping over. Here's another guy. He's dying, and the guy's filming him. But it's time to get your life straight, folks. If you haven't taken the vaccine, please don't take it. Whatever you do, please don't take it.